It's Sting! Oh.
There goes all of our viewers.
Damn it. I thought people liked Sting. Hi, everybody, and welcome to a Bad Bunny Hoppin', Boingy Boingy, a bedroom reckoning. Woo-wee! Damian Priest debuting episode. I know Matt's excited about that for the brothers of discussion. Yeah. We're going to talk everything from the big dog. Woof, woof. Defending the video game locker room players. Matt, we're going to talk the Wednesday Night Wars, of course. And I think we're ready to take the wrappings off a brand new game. Wrestling Match Book Club. Yeah. More interesting than an actual book. You won't believe it. But Matt, before we get into it, as always, it is a spicy, hot, jalapeno, habanero flavor week of wrestling. Matt, how are things in the Casa de Eddie?
They're doing really good. Mike, I don't have graphics for the book club. We don't have rules of how it works. We don't have anything. What's going on? We got to have a meeting before we announce.
Yeah, it was your idea. Sounds like somebody's got a full diaper over there. Well,
oh my God.
Man, things are going stupendously over here. I got to back talk somebody at work, and I wasn't reprimanded at all. I was treated like a hero, and I would like to share more, but this is the public world now, so that's about all I can get into that one. But I cut a really good promo. It was a real you had to be there story, and I'm glad you guys are here to hear the tail end of it. You had to be there story.
Oh, I'm glad you brought it up. Mike, that's two things. I'm super thrilled that you brought up to start the show. Yeah, everything's going pretty good over here. Not as big as if you guys want to hear what happened yesterday, go on over to the Red Wings rant. If you're on the YouTube channel, you just go ahead and start the episode for Red Wings rant, the latest one. You'll hear some fun about eating donuts. Me almost throwing up on my daughter. It's a good time.
And poop on the face.
Maybe poop on the face.
Maybe poop on a face. Yes, Amy's in the book club. Yes.
See, here's the thing, Mike. We don't have anything but the idea. We don't know what we're gonna do next. We don't know how we're gonna decide. And here's what's going on, everybody. It's not a book club because we're going to be watching wrestling. So the only way I could describe it, or the quickest way, is tell Mike it's a book club, but instead of reading books, we watch wrestling matches. So that's where the idea was at the last time we spoke, and Mike has decided it's ready to go. No webpage set, no social media, no graphics. No plan for. I was thinking. I told Mike maybe we do T-shirts. Hey, none of that's ready to go. But Mike wanted to announce it. Mike, this bus is gonna roll over you. I'm gonna put it in reverse and get you again, and then we're gonna drive forward again.
No, see, here's the thing with book clubs. Nobody wants to read a book. They just want to be in the book club. I mean, I like reading books, and I think Amy does too. But if we just say there's a book club, people want to join, and then when we tell them they just have to watch a wrestling match, I think that they'll stick around. And then later on, after they've committed a few wrestling matches to this game, then we could start reading actual books and talk about the undertones of War and Peace. And then, we'll have something to do while we're sitting around in quarantine. We can get in the live group and start a thread for all of our favorite passages.
Stephanie's on board too. No, Mike, I just, I wanted to have more done. I wanted to have more prepared. I had a grand plan for this.
So you're focusing on all the negatives. We already have a book club. There's already 4 members. We barely, that's 5 people. Oh, kind of. That's kind of 5 people. Yeah.
It's 5 comments we've received so far.
This idea is taken off like hotcakes.
Oh my God! I know it's a great idea, but I wanted to have it all formulated before we.
Well, you gotta test the waters a little bit, right?
No, you don't. You got to have a real idea.
We barely put that worm. That worm barely grazed. It barely grazed the surface, and all the wrestling fish are coming right to the top.
One of my least favorite things to see on Twitter is like one of our rival podcasters or somebody that makes content sends out this poll of if I did a wrestling rewatch show, would you watch it on Twitch or YouTube? And there's like 4 votes, and then later in the day they post it and go, all right, I guess we're doing it on YouTube. It's like, no, just do the thing. Don't. Oh my God, it's got.
I'll teach you about engagement and hot clicks and all that stuff. We'll do that after the show, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, I promise I will get this all sorted. Mike was a little too excited about a great idea. I want to have signups. I want to have places where the wrestling matches are like, we're going to decide the first one, you and I. And then moving forward, we're going to do a vote with the club, and we'll figure out, what we want to watch next. And we're going to invite people to come on over to the wrestling group that we have, so it'll be easier to put everybody in one spot.
Yeah.
And then going forward, what we want to do is once a month have that wrestling match conversation, and everybody's going to be involved. So it's going to be a good time. It won't just be us talking at you. It'll be a grand,
it'll be a conversation. A dialogue.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that would be the best way to do that. And then, as we move forward, we'll just keep adding more folks. And we want people to like have these T-shirts that say, I'm, whatever the book club is. We don't even have a name for it. That's why we couldn't announce it. We can't just say the Wrestling Book Club, because we're all going to be reading Drew McIntyre's book and Chris Jericho's book. Nobody wants to do that.
I think we just named it the Wrestling Book Club.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't have to make sense, Matt. It's a gimmick. All right? Don't worry about it.
We'll figure it out, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm also excited to have finger sandwiches. You can't have book club without finger sandwiches. Okay. Should we?
That was.
Now that we've, there's some people excited about this. It's not just me. Everyone's excited. Now, I don't want to be a pain in the butt, Matt, but hashtag my hole. Are you buying that T-shirt when it comes out?
I support the whole movement.
Oh boy.
Here's the thing. I'm not going to be buying a T-shirt that says my hole, but I'm very happy that got on TV. And honestly, it's the first thing that Nia Jax has done in a couple of years that I am a huge fan of. And I'm pretty sure it was not something planned. It was just off the cuff. It was Mike, I would be really proud of her if she was just like, you know what? I'm just going to throw this out there because I know it's going to explode. But that, Mike, my hole, if anybody's ragging on it, that was genius because people talked about that for 2 straight days. We're going to be making memes and GIFs using that for maybe months to come. Probably not years. It'll last a good couple of months. But Mike, I'm all for the my whole movement. I'm just I'm not gonna buy. I'm not buying a T-shirt.
I'm buying a shirt.
Maybe we should probably have a T-shirt in our. We need to start making T-shirts on like a weekly basis of different things that happen in the WWE. But
I don't know how graphic the shirt's gonna get, but I do want some yelping, maybe like little word art, for my hole.
What if for the O you made it like a butthole, like you did, like in Community where they had the school flag circle with the little lines coming out from the middle? I think that would sell like hotcakes. My hole.
I think we probably don't have the green light to get a human hole out there, but for some reason people like looking at cat buttholes. So maybe we could do like a cat, kind of in Nia Jax gear, and then turned around going, "Ow, my hole!" Something like that.
I was thinking
for the children.
I wanted to do one of those cute, cuddly characters that's just 2 dots for eyes and a 1 line for face, and he kind of like a puffy, just character. I don't know, a little character, but he's like turned around holding his butt. I kind of like that. I thought that would be kind of cute. Yeah, I guess the way I wanted to bring this up and discuss it was like good on Nia again. Like first thing she's done in quite a while that I enjoyed thoroughly. I give A plus marks for my whole scream.
So I
she thundered into the match
on this one, and it definitely seemed impromptu, right? You don't usually injure your butt and then not let something out. But are we really assuming that she had the wherewithal to give a G-rated exclamation of what happened? So what I'm worried about, what I'm getting at is, did Nia actually hurt her hole, or is there a dry erase board in the WWE Creative Writers Room where they said, we got to get Nia over. I think we have her break her own hole.
I don't know where to go from. Okay. So
was this a staged my hole is what I'm getting at.
I think I just went over that. I guess that's where. So I guess to reiterate, I was giving Nia all the credit in the world. But if I'm guessing then, since I gave my side, your side is that it is staged?
I don't know. I'm just feeling things out. I'm feeling my hole out. I don't know how I feel about it. It made me laugh. It takes an incredible amount of discipline.
Wrestling plugs on board. It is really good shit. No, I mean
it takes a lot of discipline to break your hole and not curse. And somehow she had the wherewithal to go, my hole. It was just, it's tough to do.
I'm gonna say my final thought is it was Nia. I'm gonna give her credit for that, and again, good on her. First thing she's done in a couple years that I enjoyed. But yeah, I think it's time to move on. I feel like we're just circling the drain right now for anything else to say because Mike, you couldn't even give a hot take on your own question. Damn it! You ask a question, you can't even give a hot take. You go, I don't know.
That's why I asked the question. I didn't know the answer. All right, Matt, Bad Bunny is a real thing. It's such a real thing. He has pyro in his entrance. I don't even think Shelton Benjamin has pyro in his entrance, Matt. Are we old now? I didn't know Bad Bunny existed until Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I mean, we sent out the message when it was announced that he was going to be there, and we got some reactions on our Facebook group of the angry emoji reaction because I said I have no idea who this is. This does nothing for me, and I posted the picture when he was first announced that he was going to be on the show. And I'm referencing the angry emoji when I posted it because I'm pretty sure that does mean that he's pretty cool and that we are in fact old. And Mike, year after year, things pass us by. Now, things are so huge. Think about this. Like Cardi B doesn't get past us, right? Like I listened to her album. That doesn't get past us, but Bad Bunny, I'm going to say, can't possibly be on that level, right? He can't possibly be on the Cardi B level because this is pro wrestling is what introduces me to him. Is that fair to say, or are we that old that
there's a lot of self-reflection here with this Bad Bunny trend here, Matt? Because it's passed us by. I think life has passed us by. We don't know what's hip anymore, Matt. I like to be Rabbit. That was like 2002, though.
Yeah, if anybody's a huge fan of Bad Bunny, could you also tell us how old you are? I don't want to know the location. I don't want to, we're not playing the ASL game. Oh, that's dating us, right? That's the old instant messenger. Yeah. ASL, age, sex, location. That's what you do when you're in the discussion boards to make sure you're talking to a hot chick. Mike, 100% of the time, I was talking to a hot chick. Oh, yeah.
Well,
20-something out of New York every time.
Yeah, I mean, if you ask, letter R, letter U, HOTT question mark,
Are you hot?
Are you I mean, pretty bulletproof there. If she says yes, you're in with a hot one. So, I mean,
So that
I don't think anyone's ever lied to that question. Yeah. Yeah, I guess good on WWE to have the foresight to get something young and hip and popular. And I guess we're just gonna have to be on the coattails because I didn't know it existed. So good for him. Look, making that WWE money, he took a dive and he looked better than Snoop Dogg falling off the top rope. So if at some point Bad Bunny going to be in the WWE Hall of Fame? Based on that splash, I think he is.
I'm pretty sure that. I mean, isn't Snoop in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, and he out wrestled Snoop.
Yeah. So I'll say this. This is kind of popping in my head. It's. I think it's starting to define too, like this new direction WWE is at least trying to go to, and I'm gonna build it off of Goldberg losing, and we're saying goodbye to him, and Bad Bunny. And the difference, or maybe the parallels to WWF versus WCW was old talent started going to WCW, and WWF decided to build some new stars. And I did just recently read another article online about how from Bleacher Report, how the WWE refuses to build new stars. Let's see, less than 2 weeks after Drew McIntyre takes out Bill Goldberg. Now, is Drew McIntyre a spring chicken? No. But these guys last, Mike, as we see, till they're 60. So he's got another 30 years to go. And he just took out Goldberg, pretty much defining him as the top guy next to Roman Reigns.
So the timing...
You know where I'm going with this.
Okay, Matt, the timing of that article is fascinating because... to get over a new superstar with the kids, we have Bad Bunny with Damian Priest. Are they building a Damian Priest 6'5" chiseled superstar who does cool arrow gestures at the Jumbotron? Have they said, listen, we are gonna make a god that people will bow to, but we can't do it on our own. We need to enlist the help of the Bad Bunny himself. He is the star maker. All right? Is he going to be a star maker for Damian Priest, Matt? Is he going to be a star maker, much like Limp Bizkit was for The Undertaker back in 2002? When The Undertaker's career was kind of, whoa, where's he going? He just got eliminated by Maven in a Royal Rumble. Is it all over? Is he going to hang him up? And then, this time I'm going to let it all come out.
Now, Matt just did some hardcore research, okay? He went into Google and he typed in Damian Priest, and then he typed in Drew McIntyre. Mike, Damian Priest is 38 years old. So this guy is also not a spring chicken.
But he's got that baby face, man.
Than 35-year-old Drew McIntyre. And does he have a baby face? Does he?
Yeah, like a worn baby face, like a baby out in the cold. No, but I just mean, look, Triple H, right? Let's get him over with the kids. We got to sell some WWE the Music CDs. We got to start selling some action figures. McIntyre or my hole? I still think McIntyre is a champion right there. But look, we gave Triple H Motorhead. We gave The Undertaker Limp Bizkit. Now, admittedly, that they haven't quite had the lasting power of Motorhead. But, Matt, now in the next stages of that, Bad Bunny is going to help elevate Damian, 38-year-old Priest, all the way to the top of WrestleMania. Now we're on the outside looking in because we are not Bad Bunny fans. We're too old. We don't know what it is. We just sit back. We've been in this game too long. Now we can see the elephant. But when you're young and you haven't quite stepped back yet, you might think, man, look at Bad Bunny. If Bad Bunny likes Damian Priest, there must be something with him. I don't know.
Amy's bringing up Bad Bunny versus Bow Wow. That has to be coming, right? But I'm pretty sure Bad Bunny is going to be winning because he has he's got time on his side. He's still got he's got young blood flowing through those veins. I think he'd take him too on height. Or maybe I'm still picturing Lil Bow Wow.
Yeah, he's big Bow Wow now.
Yeah, I guess I don't know how tall he is, but I'm just assuming he's still under 5 feet tall. Mike, I mean, you're on a roll there, and I interrupted you with Mac and Farter, or Bad Bunny versus Bow Wow. I get, yeah, the excitement for all of this, and especially for Damian Priest. I've already talked about. I wish that they could just give me a character that Damian Priest is. It still blows my mind with the support that he gets on social media. And good for, I mean, him, the human, like, go for it, my man. But, yeah, like, top guys in the business. I mean, that promo work, Mike, that's some grade A baloney. Those are not good promos by my man Damian Priest. So maybe this is it. Maybe this is just, he's not going to be for me, but he's going to be for the kids that love Bad Bunny. And, again, that was not put together for me, because I am excited for the Foo Fighters album that came out this week. And Mike, I mean, old fart Edge was tweeting about it this week, so I know what lane I'm in. I'm a fan of Edge. I've got Edge and myself. We're both tweeting about the Foo Fighters album.
He's in a minivan with a car seat in the back, listening to his dad rock. There's someone getting the best of you.
Yeah, and Edge was doing the same thing I was doing. We were both blasting Foo Fighters for our young ladies. And as you know, Mike, my young lady absolutely loves rock and roll, and she bounces around and bops her head. And that's what Edge was happy to see out of his young lady. She was also super excited for that. So yeah, we are living parallel lives, me and Edge.
Well, I hope that some of your music earworms its way into her head, and much like how our parents instilled the love of Pat Benatar and Journey, maybe she will look at Foo Fighters in the same light that we did Pat Benatar.
So just like the conversation with Naya, I feel like we have no direction with either of these topics. Naya, I was just happy it happened. Bad Bunny, we're old pieces of garbage, and this is not for us. So somebody else needs to tell us why it's working out. But Mike, you had some Super Bowl commercials that you saw? Because I know I only saw a John Cena commercial. I don't remember seeing Batista.
Oh, yeah, he was in there. I saw him.
Okay, cool. All right, moving on. Keith Lee and Maya. Jesus.
It's Reckoning. It's Reckoning.
Mike, they got engaged.
Get your words at WrestleMania. Learn her name. They did get engaged. I guess
we're happy for them.
Yeah, that's news. I like love. That's nice.
This list of topics we have today is just us stretching out this show till we get to NXT and AEW. This is what this feels like.
Definitely right in our wheelhouse.
Oh my God.
Let's talk birthstones. Matt, what's your favorite birthstone?
Jesus Christ.
Are you more of a yellow gold or white gold man? Let me hear it.
I think I've purchased more white gold in my life, but that's usually for the ladies. It's not for me.
It's not for me. Some people like diamonds. I like buying black diamonds. Those are really cool.
I did. This is my wedding ring. Did you
buy that yourself?
It's titanium. The inside is colored red, and the outside is black, and it's got a nice little red line there in the middle.
I get it. I thought the Chicago Blackhawks. That's cool.
Oh my God! See, I was looking for something like. I wanted something that was like subtly Star Wars to me. And at the time, Kylo Ren was huge. So I was like, let's do this. It kind of like when you shine it on a light, it creates the crossblade that Kylo Ren has. And I didn't want to get a wedding ring that had like logos from Star Wars on it and like little ATs or like Ewoks. So I thought this would subtly like tell my story. And then the red is for love too. I thought it was a really
is that
cool
what
ring.
Kylo Ren was putting out in the world when he chose a red crystal for his lightsaber? I really want to put my love in the world. I want to stab my father in the heart with my love. I think.
Well, you could see, Mike, he was corrupted by Emperor Palpatine, and when he finally escaped his grasp, he fell deeply in love with Rey. And they kissed.
Beautifully said. Man, nobody liked that movie.
Can we talk about one of my topics?
Yeah,
can we do one of mine?
Yeah, let's hear what Matt has to say here.
Mike, oh my God, you put Damian Priest on this list twice. How did I not see that?
Still not enough times.
Mike, Miko Satomura makes her debut on NXT UK, and she kicked the crap out of. Oh my God, I don't know who she. It doesn't matter who she kicked the crap out of. Mike, it was one of the most brutal kicks. Her opponent's on one knee. It looks like she's putting teeth back in her mouth. And she jumps up on the opponent's leg, the one that is not down, of course, not the one on the knee, but on the foot. Jumps up in the air, full leg drop on the back of the neck. Oh, my God, it was freaking beautiful. And, of course, she calls out our champion, Kaylee Ray. We love Kaylee Ray. And she already said, this one match in, she's just like, I'm ready for you. Let's do this. And they're already building out, the promo cards for it. Like this is something that immediately, and I apologize to anybody from the UK that's listening. This made NXT UK like must-watch TV, like immediately for me. She is that big of a star. Like this is where we've talked about it when Brock Lesnar's on TV, and you say, oh, it's got that big fight feel. Like immediately, boom, flip that switch. I need to watch everything going on in NXT UK.
I like that you name dropped the MVP of 2020. That's pretty cool.
Absolutely. Always for you, Mike. That means so much because even Dragunov and Walter, I watched at a later date. Okay?
Satomura, I'm there. I'm not missing the debut. Well, is she? She's immediately going to gun for the title. When is the next NXT UK special event? Have they announced that?
Oh, I actually have no clue on that one, but every Thursday NXT UK.
Yeah, I don't want to not watch it. I just haven't quite penciled in the extra hour of watching more WWE programming.
Yeah, obviously I want you to watch it. Here's Greg threw in there. I like this. NXT UK is good now? Cool. Look, my man, Greg. What the hell? You've got Walter and Dragunov leading that company for quite a while. Those are two top stars. Trust me. They are worth it. But this, I think, puts it over. Unless this is satire. Unless Greg's going, I've always loved NXT UK.
I think he's being sarcastic.
Okay. It's like, yeah, take my advice. All right. So yeah, everybody take your time. Take some time to go watch that. So Mike, I don't know what to do with this next thing you put on the list here. Damian Priest is called up before Rhea Ripley. So this is our second time bringing up Damian Priest in this show, and everybody knows how I feel.
Matt, you sound so tired with these topics.
Do I?
You sound exhausted by these topics. I feel like Damian Priest, I thought he was shooting a love arrow into your heart, and it seems like you're just an open wound, just blood rushing out. You seem fatigued, you seem pale. I can't see you below that neckline there. I don't know if you're okay.
I gotta say, I want to read.
Gregory definitely doubling down on the satire. I'm pretty sure that's definitely sarcasm.
I can't not read that as sarcasm. Just waiting for you guys to tell me it's good. All right. If Greg, if you chime in again with another comment and say no, seriously, it's not satire.
No, it's so important that Mike and Matt
the only
way.
All right. So what are you saying, Mike? You want to just move on to Roman responding to Taker? Because that sounds like fun.
What I want to do is put it over under on how long it takes for you to turn around and buy a Damian Priest t-shirt, because it's going to happen.
Like, I'm gonna put this a different way too. Like, it's maybe easier because I'm spending less and less money on wrestling t-shirts and more money on like
Championship
toys
belts.
and
Like
coloring
25%
books.
off this week. Oh,
Toys, coloring books, bottle warmers. So will I ever get excited for Damian Priest's music?
Da-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na.
The joke I was going to throw out there is I'd have to know what it sounds like first. It's just...
That's the joke?
Is that it?
Man, it's timeless. Oh. So not only are there heavy guitar riffs, there's also like a chanting choir. It sounds a lot like, remember Aleister Black when he still wrestled? It sounds like somebody in the sampling room, like, all right, we got to put some cool wrestling riffs together. Let's see if we can pull some from that Aleister Black song. Oh.
I honestly, none of this is ringing a bell. Like,
man.
all I'm hearing is your voice. I'm not hearing like guitars.
We need to cut a YouTube version. We need to cut a YouTube version of Damian Priest coming out, just me going, oh.
That's all. Yeah, I'm just picturing him walking down the ramp and just your voice. All right. There's obviously that chance that one day I'm gonna like Priest, but I'll tell you,
I came around on Matt Riddle. I never thought it would happen.
A lot of people still aren't.
I don't know why. I mean, that material he was putting on Keith Lee with the Airbud references was pretty good.
Well, I mean, I don't think people are too upset with like his promo work and his wrestling.
Golden Receiver, Snow Buddies, Airbud. Oh man, he was dropping all the hits. I was really proud. As somebody who's watched a lot of those Golden Puppy movies, it was a segment that touched me.
I let wrestling plug throughout there. That dad life ain't cheap. I ain't got that Cameron Grimes money. I am pretty stoked to talk about that as well.
Let's put it on the list, man. Where's Cameron Grimes? Why is he so far down the list? He's going to the moon.
He's on the Wednesday Night War conversation. He's totally coming up. The Wednesday Night Wars are coming up.
The return. I thought he'd get his own segment. The return of Cameron Grimes.
Let's talk about it, because I did just realize he's not on my top 3. Mike, Cameron Grimes, I thought gave an A+ promo and coming back. Like that reference of GameStop, like that was perfect for him. Like it makes so much sense for Cameron Grimes to have gotten rich from that. Somebody, I think it was Bleacher Report, said this was a clumsy return that didn't make any sense and it was awkward. I don't know what's awkward about it. Like, he came out still being a doofus Cameron Grimes who lucked out with games. Like, can you imagine the one person who made money off GameStop because he had a good time walking through the store and was like, you know what, I'm going to invest in this company. Not because of Reddit, because he was the only doof who's ever gone into GameStop and had a good time. There's nothing that changed with Cameron Grimes besides the fact that now he's got money that comes out of his pockets. Like now we just get to watch this incredible journey of how he's going to lose all this money, which I can't wait for. And I hope it's Dogcoin gets involved somehow. I think every week they need to mix in whatever the big Redditor push is and show him either making more money, regretting what's going on, but also has no clue that any of that is going on. He just has his own journey. He's like, it's like Slumdog Millionaire. Like, he doesn't really know the answers to these questions, but he's lived everything. It's just by chance he's done something in life that works out. That's exactly what we're doing. We're talking Cameron Grimes' life right now. Is the Slumdog Millionaire of all NXT storylines, and Slumdog Millionaire, didn't that win Best Picture? So boom, there you go.
Well, I hope WWE kind of doubles down with this whole thing, man. And, Cameron Grimes, we're alleging he made some money on GameStop stock shorting. Matt, can he add a tag team partner? I got one in mind for you. Now, it's I'm putting Kushida in there. And what I'm hoping is the what do they call him now? He was the Time Lord, or he's Back to the Future Marty Sheeta. And Matt, I think he should be getting, shorting some stocks with AMC. Also in the same phenomenon, right, where people are buying them up, value that isn't really there. You don't look sold on that idea?
You mean just because Back to the Future is a movie?
It is a movie, yes. That is what I was getting at.
What? Wait, did I miss the connection? I feel dumb right now. What did I miss?
I think my idea was so dumb, it actually stupefied other people.
Can you spell out? I need you to spell out AMC for me.
You want me to explain it again?
That's what I need.
It's a failing movie theater franchise, and they are in the same situation that GameStop is in, with inflated stock value because of people betting that they're gonna go out of business.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'd just also like to see Kushida.
I mean, yeah, where's that connection? That's what I needed. I get why.
Oh, well, Kushida's character is vaguely in a movie. He's vaguely cinematic.
Oh my God. That was the connection.
So WWE. Man, we're working with wrestling here. All right. If your last name's O'Shea, suddenly you're Rick O'Shea and you come out to a bouncing ball. If you have a big beard, you might be a hillbilly character. And I think that if Kushida, his character is based on a movie, he will be the character who invests in AMC stock and then uses it to join forces temporarily, and then maybe they can feud over shorting stocks eventually, Matt, at WrestleMania. Yeah. I don't know. The possibilities, they're
I like the creativity here more than like saying JBL, because that's kind of where I thought you were going.
JBL.
They were gonna run a tag team where JBL is that guy who goes on conservative talk shows to be that a conservative face, and he still talks about money like he's John Bradshaw Layfield, and he's most certainly not.
Does he know it was just a character?
Fox News doesn't know that. That's the thing.
You just put a side part in and a suit, and man, they'll get you right up there, huh?
So it would just be fun to see JBL represent the other side and be fully aware of what's going on, and have William Regal just stuff them together as a tag team. And the entire time, JBL's just like, every promo they do together, he just puts on that JBL face of like he's just confused and a little like a 25% angry, 75% confused the whole time that Cameron Grimes is delivering a promo about how much money he made on the stock market. And JBL would be on the other side. He'd be the billionaires that are losing money because of what Cameron Grimes is doing. But the joyful clown, as we all learned from Sacha Baron Cohen, if you've watched any of those fun documentaries, the guy who knows nothing but continues to find happiness in blissful ignorance, just continues to roll. I love it. Either way, give me Kushida, who can just have a tag partner that can do all the talking for him, or have JBL go out there as like a manager and just be stupefied by all of the good luck and good fortune that Cameron Grimes just walks into.
I feel like what I was doing is I had a hot rock outside, and I put 2 pieces of bread down, and then I put a piece of cheese down, and then I was like, cool, look at this. So you can have 2 pieces of bread, and this one's got cheese on it, and then you can just eat it. And then you came along, and you're like, all right, but what if we do this? Then
hey, you can hold it.
You won't burn your hand on the cheese. Oh man, that's way better idea. All right, I got the ball rolling though, right? Yeah, you helped. Yeah, you got the cheese hot. You got the cheese hot. Yeah, I got the cheese hot, and then Matt closed the sandwich. That's why there's 2 of us.
Well, all right, we got to workshop. Yeah, we workshop these things out.
So
I still have a meme
as a tag team. I took all the bumps. Yeah, I took all the bumps. Then the other team got tired, so you could come in for the hot tag and get all the offense in. You're welcome.
I still sent you a meme that I don't know if I received the thumbs up on at any point or not, but it was one of those Drew McIntyre ones.
Yeah, I closed my phone.
Oh, you were disgusted. It may or may not have just been a Pornhub template, and I threw Drew McIntyre up there, and I wanted to say, "Oh, should I stop?" All right, no more Pornhub references. Let's, Mike, do you want to talk about Roman Reigns and Taker, or should we just jump into the Wednesday Night Wars?
You just made this nice sandwich, and then you like took it apart, and then you just put the cheese side down on the rock, and then you're like, we can still scrape the cheese off. It's still good, but now it's got rock in it. All right. We only got just two things we're going to sprint through, I think. Matt, the Chamber is coming up. It's been decided Drew McIntyre is going to defend his belt in there. The other members of this this hellacious structure made with 4,000 tons of real whalebone and steel. It's going to be Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, The Miz, and Shamus. Matt, not a lot of new faces in there. Not a lot of new faces in there. A lot of long teeth in that match.
Mike, out of everyone in here, who would be your number one to get rid of? Because even if he won, it would do so little for pro wrestling. It would set it back about 15 to 20 years.
Oh, does he want me to pick Jeff Hardy or The Miz? Oh,
oh come on, The Miz at least. Here's the let me.
But his story doesn't make sense. He's got the briefcase.
Let me book this shit. All right, get ready. The Miz wins this match and heads into WrestleMania with the briefcase. Mike, The Miz has he's got the same level of charisma. Roll your eyes if you must, as Chris Jericho. The first man to initially in the WWE arena combine two heavyweight belts. The Miz will also do it. Like, that's how you book that. I think there's a great opportunity to have The Miz be WWE champion and simultaneously on both shows, defending the belt, doing promo work with whoever, and threatening Roman Reigns week after week that I'm going to take your title. It's not my number one choice, but you can book that. You can book that shit. You can book that to be good TV.
Are you turned into Cameron Grimes over there?
No, I was being. Never mind.
Anyway, I think my only beef is that The Miz should not win a match designed around, mom lifting a truck to save a baby strength. That's not his forte. He should not be winning a violent match. He should be a sneaky snake. And I don't think you can necessarily be a sneaky snake in a match that's going to come down to, two people covered in blood from all the, collisions into steel and whalebone that they've had. But I love The Miz. He is must-see TV. I wouldn't have put him in this match. And even, I know you like to give Jeff Hardy a lot of grief, especially at this stage of his career. I don't think he should be in a title picture. He should just be on TV getting over heels, like, Bob Lashley. I would have pulled The Miz out. I would have put in somebody from the Hurt Business because, if we're going to have a heel in there, let's have a credible heel. And The Miz he's not booked that way. He has a whole different job. He's a town crier. He should not be in, the Thunderdome, like the Mad Max Thunderdome. Fine for him to be in the Monday Night Raw Thunderdome, but not, Max Rockatansky. That's not what we're looking for here. So Miz, I would have plucked out. Give me the Hurt Business.
I'm going to say, everybody knows I'm going to pick Jeff Hardy, but here's my thing. I don't know if Jeff is bringing in a ton of T-shirt money.
Tons of T-shirt money.
Because he doesn't have the star power to, bring people to pro wrestling. He doesn't have the star power for somebody to go, whoa, Jeff Hardy's still wrestling? I got to turn this shit on. It hasn't worked the last 20 years. Nobody's been still tuning in to make sure they see what Jeff Hardy does next. Plus, his booking is terrible. So even for the casual, the hardcore viewer, we know he's not going to do anything fun. So,
Matt, with that said, I saw you pop big time when he returned at WrestleMania in the tag team match. Don't lie.
okay, great. Yeah, put him in the tag team division.
You were like
Works
a baby
star.
going over train tracks. You pooped yourself all over, man.
Then I scooped it out and ate it.
It's donut! It's donut! Sorry, I'm giving away Matt's story where...
Yeah, you got to go to Red Wings Rant to get that whole story. That's still on the same YouTube channel, so just go to.
Yeah, you get to hear about Matt pooping his pants over the train tracks. My God.
You know what? I'll let you have that.
Don't blame it on the baby. Don't blame it on the baby.
Just to see if people will tune in. You know, if they listen to that story and they still think that I poop my pants, that's a disgusting story, by the way. I will say that.
It is a disgusting story. It was a waste of a good donut.
All right. Where are we going here? Yeah, Jeff Hardy doesn't do t-shirt sales. He does nothing for me. I don't know. Like, it's him, it's Rey Mysterio in that same boat.
Man, he's talking t-shirts left and right. I don't know what Jeff Hardy you're watching.
What is he doing that we still put him on TV?
Man, every time I look at the smiling faces of the Thunderdome, when they're not wrapped up in their iPhones, you know, looking at their screens, playing their Pokemon Go, you know, evolving their Pikachus with a New Year's Eve hat into a Raichu with the New Year's Eve hat. All right, maybe I'm projecting my own life right now. There's a lot of people wearing Jeff Hardy shirts, Matt. Jeff Hardy faces out there. Kids are painting their faces. Adults are painting their faces. Your daughter was painting her face with, you know, chocolate donut cream, and, you know, everybody's doing it for Jeff Hardy, Matt.
It's frosting. It's not cream. Chocolate cream would be in the middle of the donut. This is on the top of the donut.
Whatever you want to call it, Matt, your daughter's going to be the biggest Jeff Hardy fan you've ever seen.
All right. Yeah, get rid of Jeff Hardy. That's the long and short of it.
Who are you putting in there, though? Because you got to put a baby face in to even it out.
Do I?
Yeah, got to even it out. That's how we're booking it.
Wait, I thought you said the Hurt Business in place of the Miz. So how is that? That doesn't
collectively, they're going to tag in. No, I'm going to put Bob Lashley in there.
Oh, the face Bob Lashley. Oh, okay.
No, I'm putting him in for the Miz. The Miz is not a baby face. I picked my guy. You picked Jeff.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. I'm sorry. I'm not paying attention.
I really threw you off with that donut thing. All right, Matt, you got to put a baby face in there.
All right. Let's put. I mean, I guess if you give old Rick O'Shea a victory on Raw, then it would make sense. Then you could put him in there.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. No, that's a good pick. Yeah.
Bring Aleister Black back to TV. Why not do that?
This guy with the jokes. Man, he's leaving. He's going to Twitch. He's starting an OnlyFans where he beats people up.
Oh, Aleister Black. Okay, do you want to talk about Roman and Undertaker? Or you want to move on to the Wednesday Night War? Because we also have Vengeance Day to talk about, too.
We got to talk Vengeance Day? What's that? Oh,
Valentine's Day.
I'm so behind. Oh, Lord. All right, let's get into the Wednesday Night Wars. Matt, as we do every week, we got the top 3 moments of each show. We're going to sprint through these. You're allowed 60 seconds tops for each pick. Matt, I tentatively will say that AEW won. I'll say it again.
Okay, well, NXT won because you got 3 amazing Dusty Classic matches. You had Xia Li destroying Cora Jade. I mean, Dexter Lumis getting involved with Johnny Gargano and Kushida, and you got to see those eyes burning a hole in Kushida and his belt. I just all of this.
All right, you just used up all your time.
All right.
All right.
I don't.
Man,
yeah,
and
Cameron Grimes came back.
All right, I'm gonna do moment number 3.
I'll go first. I'll do it. Let me go first. You can have the win. I'm just fine. All right. NXT moment number 3 for Matt. Austin Theory versus Kushida, and again, it's because of my boy Dexter Lumis. Getting mixed in. That's right. I got my Dexter Loomis t-shirt on. Woo!
Yes! Back up so people can see. Back up. Back up.
It looks like I've just got boobies on my screen. Like
No, it looks like you got a scary man's face on your shirt.
You can't
There
see
we
it.
go. There we go. Oh, man, look at
What
that.
if I wasn't wearing pants?
That would look like your nose was you had a dick chin.
Look, we lost all of our viewers when I did that. So anytime that Dexter's getting involved in something, I get excited. But Austin Theory just keeps taking steps up week after week. And I'm all for it, like building up this North American Championship. I don't need, I guess I don't ever need to see this continue with the four guys getting involved, but I do love seeing the intensity in Dexter Loomis's eyes, pretty much letting Kushida know, like, I'm here for you now, but I'll fuck you up, man, all the way to Sunday if it's about me taking you down for that North American, I think I called it the NXT Championship, the North American Championship. Everything about this is getting me excited for Sunday because I know it's just going to evolve into getting Dexter Loomis into that title conversation. So, yeah, give me more of that because first of all, you get to see Austin Theory and Kushida. That's why this is why it's on the list. It was a fantastic match. Kushida's been putting on A+ effort.
You got 60 seconds, man. What's going on here?
All right, at the number 3 for AEW.
All right, number 3 for AEW. Sammy Guevara left the Inner Circle. My God. I don't know if anybody was clamoring for him to turn babyface, but now it's going to happen. I think a lot of people wanted to see Santana and Ortiz. Me, I wanted to see it. But I'm speaking for everybody. I'm speaking for the AEW universe. I think we ought to see Santana and Ortiz got to go their own route, battle Jericho and MJF sometime as a legitimate tag team instead of just a couple guys riding the coattails of that Judas song for Chris Jericho. But I think Sammy's going to be able to get a lot of sympathy. He's a little dude. He's probably top 2 or 3, 4 or 5, in promos and getting people interested. So I think it's going to work. But I hope that they don't force him to join forces with somebody too quick. I kind of want to see him, one by one, try to have to pick off his old best friends at the Inner Circle. So this is a storyline I'm pumped, not just to see, next week, but the week and week and week after that, subsequent weeks, man. Give me more Sammy drama with the Inner Circle. Matt Moment number 2 for NXT.
Good job. That was 60 seconds. All right. Number 2. It was Shotzi and Ember Moon taking out Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. I can't get over how much I thought that this was going to be a loss for them, like by the start of the match, and it makes more sense to do Dakota Kai and Raquel versus Shotzi and Ember. Like it always seems like everything makes more sense in the women's division for NXT. So I don't know. I guess I was just preparing myself for being used to what goes on in the WWE, and that's why it wasn't going to go their way. But again, this was something that Shotzi and Ember Moon made this look like if they don't get this, they need to leave the brand or something, or they were going to get fired, like in real life. Like they really did lay everything on the line, and this was probably Indy Hartwell's best match. And I did enjoy seeing, too, that this was an homage to Lita getting involved with Sasha Banks a few years back, and that was one of Shotzi's favorite matches. So or no, I'm sorry, that was one of Indy Hartwell's favorite matches. So just to see them mix that segment together with how this match ended with a pile-up finisher from the top rope, I always like that kind of the deep cut storytelling on that too. And I'm not doing any research on that. That was Indy just sharing that on Twitter. So Mike, number 2?
2.
Yeah.
So easy peasy, and I wanted to put it at number 1, but there's something really big happening at moment number 1. Man, it was Thunder Rosa and legit Layla Hirsch, doing their part in this tournament to decide who's going to be the number 1 contender for AEW's Women's Championship, and they totally did not disappoint.
I was laughing at how you said Wimians.
Women's. That totally threw me off.
Sorry.
Hirsch, I'm not, please, this is not perverse in any way, the way I'm saying it, but my God, that woman's thighs are easily like Hulk Hogan arms, like the 22-inch pythons. Layla Hirsch could probably powerlift half of that AEW roster. But I mean, this match was it was hard hitting. It felt like they both cared about the stakes. As far as advancing. And for once, it wasn't a women's division, just, kind of getting their 5 seconds and then we move on to the main event. It felt like there was, real repercussions. It felt like the announce team tried to sell it and both competitors wanted it. So it's just unfortunate it was a first round match. I wanted it later. But Matt, moment number 2, NXT.
My dishonorable mention.
That's what I meant. It's the second one. Nobody knows anything.
The only thing was there was a big reveal of Johnny Gargano's injury not being real, and then Wade Barrett seemed to kind of forget, and they still kind of tried to sell it as an injury on the show. We already revealed it wasn't real, so let's just get past it. It made it feel like maybe they recorded the segments in the wrong order, and we're supposed to put the reveal later in the show. I don't know. It's always tough for me to find a dishonorable mention because the show always does a great job. So I'm kind of just faking that bothered me, to be completely honest. Because NXT is always perfect, and whoever doesn't think so is a big dum-dum. All right, number 1. Thatcher Ciampa.
Let's pull up those ratings. Cha-ching! Cha-ching! Sorry, I was doing all the ticker tape for all those NXT t-shirts flying off the shelves.
My minute's gone. I lost 20 seconds of my minute. All right. Thatcher and Ciampa, individually as singles competitors, probably 2 of my favorite guys in NXT right now. And then the Grizzled Young Vets are easily my favorite NXT UK tag team. They should own this division top to bottom. They're going to be going up against MSK, Nash Carter, and Wesley. I hope to God that this wasn't just a way to put the new tag team on a pedestal. This has to be something where every new tag team has worked their way to winning the Dusty Classic, and the Grizzled Young Vets have done it in the same way as everybody else, that they lose a couple, and now it's their time. Give it to them. Give them the title shot. I don't care if it's heel versus heel for the titles. Make it work. Make me cheer for the Grizzled Young Vets. I'll keep my shoes on for the match. I don't care. They have one of the best tag team finishers. They tell the best promos in the tag division. Better than Undisputed Era. Give them... Yeah, that's right. I said it.
Matthew.
Give them that goddamn Dusty Classic and give them those tag titles. Mike, your dishonorable mention. I never changed it to say number 1 NXT. Okay, go ahead. Dishonorable mention.
Dishonorable mention. Matt, I really love watching Pac beat people up in a wrestling ring. And this week I was treated to just that. Pac obliterated the brother of Dolph Ziggler, who does not have a cool first name like Dolph. He goes by a normal, waspy sounding name. And it's really bizarre, Matt, that he wrestles exactly like his brother. He wears identical ring gear. He has the same hair dye color as Dolph when he was, having his big run with the Money in the Bank and his heavyweight world championship. And now he just bumps and loses. And it's really weird that that's how they book him, to be exactly like his brother. But, it's just a dishonorable mention because it's just kind of puzzling to use the Sport Nemeth brother as fodder for the rest of the roster. And then for Pac, Shivani got a moment to just say, pound for pound, Pac is probably the best wrestler. He even pinned Kenny Omega. And, that's for them to remind you of that. They're putting him on a pedestal because Omega runs AEW right now. I just wish that we didn't have to add that caveat that he's pound for pound. because he just literally is one of the best wrestlers on the planet. His bastard character, the way his offense, he just kind of slinks and uncoils out of the shadows. Like it's a shame that Randy Orton has, become the Viper, because that's exactly how Pac wrestles, with kind of the slower approach and then just this lightning quick offense that comes out of nowhere while he's just kind of stalking you and leering and looming, and then he just lets out this ungodly agility to punish his opponents. I can't wax poetically enough about Pac.
It's over 2 minutes for your dishonorable mention, so you have forfeited.
No,
you forfeited your number one.
Moment number one. All right, my moment number one was Kenta and Omega fighting Moxley and Murdoch. Just because, my God, Kenta he's on my Wednesday nights now. It was a false count anywhere match, and Kenta dropped a pretty cool bomb on a Moxley, jumping off the stage and crashing into him while he was prone on a table. The right team won. This invasion storyline continues. I want more of it, and it looks like AEW's definitely found a real, comfort level with this booking. Get over these new guys, and then incorporate, the big stars. And Matt Murderhawk is getting the rub, being amongst these guys.
Yeah, it's good to see. I thought he got buried pretty quick after losing the championship match, so I'm pretty stoked that he's coming back around. It was bound to happen. But hey, we said it last week. Like, he's making the right choices out there, and he's getting on the fans' side, and just so happened that's what he needed to kind of turn things around.
Yeah, it's encouraging to see. I'm really pumped.
All right, Mike. NXT Vengeance Day. We're going to quickly book this thing. We're going to book this shit. Mike, Women's Dusty Road Tag Team Classic Finals. You've got Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez versus Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon. Just like with the men's final, you get a trophy and a shot at the Tag Team Championships. The difference here is that this is the Women's Tag Team Championships that crosses over Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, where not the same for the men's Dusty.
Wow. So they're gonna fight. Wait, is it Nia and Shayna now?
Yes.
Wow.
Or it could end up being Lana with Naomi.
Yeah, could. I think out of those four teams, the one that makes I think collectively the wrestling community most excited I can't believe it wouldn't be Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. I don't think Lana is just she's going to be playing around with my hole. She doesn't really need to be worrying about winning championships. I think Shotzi and Ember are there to kind of be the sympathetic. Oh, so close. And they don't really need to win. Like, we already love Shotzi and Ember. They don't really need gold at this point, and they're not going to be a tag team going into the future. But Dakota, Raquel, just get her something shiny. All right, if we can't give her the NXT women's strap, let's just get gold on her waist in some capacity. I'm picking her to win the tournament, and I'm picking her to triumph over if it ends up being Naomi and Lana or Nia and Shayna. That's going to be the end game.
My only issue with this match is I absolutely think Raquel and Dakota should win, but I think it makes more sense when you're looking at a tag team title match in the future for it to be Shotzi and Ember Moon, because I feel like Raquel needs to go into the NXT Championship conversation. So I'm going to go Shotzi and Ember Moon on this.
All right. Matt, let's do the men's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Finals. You got MSK, which is Wes Lee and Nash Carter, against the soon-to-be Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Finals champions, the Grizzled Young Vets. Matt,
who are you taking? Yeah, right.
Shoes are off right now. All right, shoes are off right now. Matt, give me the Grizzled Young Vets all day. I'm ready. I'm ready to start buying some shirts. I'm ready to start seeing these guys on Fox. Put them on my TV, damn it. I want more. Give me GYV. It's time.
Yeah, and so far MSK has done well, but nothing compared to what the Grizzled Young Vets can do on the microphone. I guess they're cool. Is their character?
I
guess it worked with Damian Priest, so maybe it's those guys who start for me.
I'm going to confess that this week I was in a WWE Network rabbit hole, and I found myself watching Enzo and Big Cass cutting promos at the Royal Rumble, cutting them against Bub and Devin. And, I think we need another tag team like that. I think that's where the Grizzled Young Vets can come in and own the mic, and we can get a whole crowd of people going, soon to be. I can't wait. I'm such a huge mark for these guys. I'm so excited they're in the finals. Yes! Give me James Drake and Liverpool's
Zach
number
Gibson.
1. Yeah.
Sorry, I thought, no, I ruined that. I'm always ready to...
Thank you.
Same here. This should just be the story that MSK did a great job making it to the finals, but they've got some work to do. Grizzled Young Vets are ready to go. All right. Triple threat for the NXT Women's title. Toni Storm, Mercedes Martinez, and Io Shirai. I think we'd all agree that Mercedes Martinez would look amazing with that belt around her waist, but it just feels like Io's going to keep this. I don't know. There's been some complaints about Toni's abilities in the ring. I'm not one to complain about it. So if somebody else is seeing it, I'll say maybe there isn't a great shot that Toni's taking this. And gosh, maybe they want to keep Toni strong though, and somebody's got to take the pins, so they're putting the vet in there. Maybe, but I think Io's taking this.
Ooh. I think Io's definitely the most deserving. For whatever reason, it kind of feels like Toni is in no woman's land since she crossed the pond. It doesn't feel like she's, kind of treated with the same aura, the same mystique. It kind of feels like she's, one of the people in the shuffle now where, in the UK, she was the big, big time. And her and Rhea, used to tear the house down. And it's just weird. It's not a fall from grace because she's so young and she's got so much, wrestling ahead of her. But it's just kind of weird to see her, not at the tippity top. And I don't know if Mercedes Martinez. I don't know if they're going to pull the trigger on her in this match. Definitely feels like Io.
This.
Hit me.
Io loses the belt, heads to the main roster. Kairi Sane makes her triumphant return.
Oh, here we go.
Triple threat.
CM Punk
is WrestleMania. Back. CM Punk comes back. It's a fatal 4-way. CM Punk, Asuka, Io Shirai, Kairi Sane. Mike, book it.
I'm in.
All right.
Matt, we got an NXT North American title match. It is Kushida, the owner of the AMC stock shorts himself, against the leader of the 1998 fastball song, The Way. Matt, it's Johnny Gargano. Matt, is there any way that Johnny G drops his title?
No, I think Austin Theory's getting involved. We saw too much of Dexter Lumis interrupting the Austin Theory match this week. So somehow they're going to wrap this into some tag team wars. And then eventually we're either getting a triple threat or a fatal 4-way with those four getting involved. And maybe The Way breaks up along with my boy Dexter Lumis. Finally, getting some gold.
This is just going to be, a very, very skilled wrestling match. At some point, I would like to see the guy on your T-shirt, kind of.
I'm also wearing the Henley.
Worm his way into some matches of merit,
Got the Henley on.
I know.
The Henley.
No, nobody wants to see that, man. All right, and then we got our title match. Man, it's Finn Balor. It's Pete Dunne.
Oh my God, I look so bald. Look at that.
Wait, let me switch over. Let me see. Move your hand. Bald. Man, you look like Big Ed on 90 Day Fiance. What happened?
Oh my God. That was so fucking mean.
That was pretty mean, but true. All right, so we got Pete Dunne versus Finn Balor. Matt, I'm just joshing you. Just get a little donut cream on your face there. Don't worry about it. All right. This match is going to be painful for us to watch, I think. I know Pete Dunne likes to break fingers and slap people and hurt them, and now he's all jacked. So if you thought he could hurt people before, now he's all swole, so now it's really going to hurt. Matt, I don't know if titles are going to change hands. I wouldn't mind seeing Pete Dunne run the show on NXT, but is that something you foresee? You're kind of there every single week as our NXT correspondent. Is it in the tea leaves for Pete Dunne at this point?
I feel like it could be. My gut says Finn Balor, but then I started thinking about they usually let the NXT champion hold on to the title for like a full year, but Finn's already been champion. Pete Dunne is ready to go. We've seen him, and we've had the NXT or the North American Championship conversations. We've had him mixed in with the tag title champs with Mustache Mountain. We've had him doing his 3-on-3s. Pete Dunne knows what's up. He doesn't deliver Grizzled Young Vets level promos, but when he's just got a quick tongue and he's got short lines, he snaps them out. It's still a hot promo. I think it's time. Give Pete Dunne the shot. I always felt like Finn Balor was kind of in this role to kind of cover until somebody came along. I thought maybe it was going to be Karrion Kross, but it looks like he's going for the Cruiserweight title. Yep. So in the meantime, or since that's not happening is what I should say, let's give it to Pete Dunne. Guy's a megastar. They have him already booking shit in NXT UK. Like, he looks to be the next Triple H, to be completely honest.
Wow. It might be a really, really interesting Vengeance Day because we might leave, seeing Raquel Gonzalez win. You might see the Grizzled Young Vets win. And you might see Pete Dunne win. And there's a pretty strong likelihood that NXT UK alum is gonna run the show over there, man.
I'm all for it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird that the UK was like a proving ground, and now you come to like the NXT main event, and then you can go to the WWE main event. So there you go.
Well, nobody wants to do that anymore, according to Dave Meltzer. So, yeah, I guess just to recap real quick, we've got let's do this again. Mike, I've got Pete Dunne. Who you got?
I'm picking.
Oh my
Peter.
God. Okay.
I'm picking Peter.
I've got Johnny retaining.
I do as well. Damn it, we match it.
Io Shirai.
Damn it! All right, let me do one first because we match on everyone. Okay, MSK versus Grizzled Young Vets. I'm picking Grizzled Young Vets. Matt, you're picking MSK. Am I right?
Grizzled Young Vets.
No. All right, women's Dusty Rose tag team classic finals. Ugly like a monkey booty. Matt, Dakota Kai and Raquel, or Shotzi and Ember Moon. Matt, I'm picking Raquel and Dakota all day, every day.
There's our difference. Shotzi and Ember Moon.
Yes.
So Mike goes undefeated. I take one loss.
Boom! Yeah!
Greg's coming back. NXT UK, let's go! You're supposed to put the F in there. It's supposed to be let's effing go! It's too much hockey Twitter. That's the response to everything on hockey Twitter. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
I want Greg to pick for the Women's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Finals because that was our only point of departure. Get a pick in there, Greg. Hurry, right. Greg. Mate, start telling the people where they can find us while Greg hammers it out on his keyboard or his mobile device, his pick. Man, where can the people find us?
Everybody,
Greg,
go to
away. Go, Greg, go. You're running out of time. The tapes are rolling. All right, we're going to run out of TV. Yeah! Woohoo! In your face. Woo!
I love the fast answer too.
I love it.
See, you tell me to run the stuff down, and the whole time you're screaming.
Man, it's a schmaz. You just gotta go. It's a verbal schmaz. You gotta go.
BODpodcast.com, at BODpodcast on Twitter, at brothers_of_discussion on Instagram. Please go to the YouTube channel and subscribe. We'd love to hit 100 subscriptions by the end of the week. That would be funsies. We're hiring, so we're doing interviews as we speak. So if you are a blogger or you want to help us out with social media, feel free to DM us at BOD Podcast or send us an email, admin@bodpodcast.com, and we'll start the conversation there. But we'd love to have anybody that's interested. You want to dabble in this stuff, and obviously we make no money for doing this, so we can't pay you, but you can come along for the ride. Oh my God.
All right, go ahead.
And keep an eye out for Mike's wrestling match book club. He's
Mike's gonna happen. You guys are all excited. I can't wait.
Mike's putting the graphics together and all the rules on this one, and he'll do the web pages. It'll be a good test for Mike to see what he can get done. So look out for that tomorrow. Mike will be working on that all night.
Burn that midnight oil.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Fuck you, fossil fuels. I'm burning that midnight oil. Woo!